So today I'd like to show you about how the Revolution app is going to transform your collaboration experience inside and outside of your organization. We like to use the phrase, "Are you ready to evolve?" and put a specific emphasis on evolution because we want to give you tools that you're familiar with and that we gently help bring you into a more powerful collaboration experience without having to completely change the way you're used to working. I think that everyone can agree that email is not a sufficient tool going into the future to manage our lives by itself. It is simply not enough. Emails become overwhelming for busy executives, for managers. People are getting hundreds and in some cases thousands of emails a day, and it's just not an efficient enough tool. Yet, I don't think that it's wise to the trend coming from Silicon Valley, which is saying, let's get rid of email. Of course, this will never happen. And being forced to use 4 or 5 other tools that have nothing to do with email, don't connect to email, and don't gently transition or allow you to evolve your behavior is too abrupt of a user shift and will create a lot of turbulence. So let's start, and I'll show you what I mean by this. Let's start with mail. At the cornerstone of Revolution app is mail, and you'll be reading your mail the same as you're reading it on any mail client. It's coming in via IMAP. It's not actually coming into the phone. It's coming in on the server, and then your mail is being securely fed in a web format to the phone. So you're actually reading from a database as opposed to actually reading mail. This is very unique, but it gives us a tremendous amount of power. It does completely synchronize so that everything that you do here, if you read a mail here, it does update it on the Exchange side. If you delete it here, it does delete it on the Exchange side. But one of the great powers that you get right away is a very, very strong full text search through all attachments, much stronger than what is going on with Exchange's full text search. So here I've got over 10,000 mails, and I was able to search on a keyword and notice that it's pulling all the mails that, even if that word is only in an attachment, it's finding it. And you saw how quickly it searched through over 10,000 mails. So that's step one of the full text search. You get new filtering tools on your mail as well. You can put multiple filters in place. You can say, I want to see all the unread messages. I actually don't have any, but unread messages with attachments from John. And all 3 filters will apply. That's something very useful. A third new kind of searching capacity that you have is something that we call the R search. And the R search is extremely unique in that you can find all the related data to a mail. So if you go into the mail and then you hold down the R button, it'll show you all the history, all the people who were sent that mail, all the files that related to it, all the work spaces that it's been associated with. Here, this mail doesn't have much data associated with it, but you understand the concept, a no typing search where it shows the contextually related data. So those are the 3 new powers of search that you're going to have as a result of the Revolution app. But again, now let's begin the evolution. I would say some of that search power is evolutionary. It's taking what you have now and providing more power. The second part of this evolution is the ability to take mail and put it on a plate. As we all know that as mail is coming in, it's extremely overwhelming to try to manage your work through an inbox, which is in a constant state of motion or flux. So people often resort to folders or starring or marking something unread, which is helpful, but it's not optimal. So we've got a better way to do it. You simply slide the mail that matters to the right, put it on the plate. Now, this sort of gets it out of the inbox into a work management area where it's static. It doesn't move unless you add things to it. So now you gain a tremendous amount of control over your ability to find the things that you're trying to work on. So I'm going to put these 3 mails onto the plate. Now, let's take a brief second to look at the navigation on this app. In the bottom center is the menu. In the bottom left is the home area. Whichever app you have open, you will find it there on the left in the home area. I have mail open right now, so there I am. And on the bottom right, I have the plate. And the plate is a place where you can put mail and other things into this. So you can see the 3 mails that I just added onto the plate are there. But I'm going to go open now the documents, and I'm looking here at documents that are pulled from my mail attachments, both things I've sent and received. So I have a complete archive of every document I've ever interacted with in mail, and in a Dropbox style where I can slide to the left and get my sharing options. I can full text search through this as I could through my mail, and I can slide to the right to put this document on the plate, which is something that I'm going to, work on. Area 3 is contacts and the ability to, because we hold your mail in a database format, we can pull the contacts out of your mail and create the ability for you to have WhatsApp style discussions with people. So there's a conversation I'm having one-on-one, which is extremely useful. Here I'm going to put I'll put Nicoletta onto. I'm going to add her again onto the plate. So now I've got people, documents, and emails that I need to work on my plate. These are things that I want to focus on. It's a to-do list of sorts. And this is the first area on an app that you will have seen where data from different applications can be combined in one place with new power. Once I'm done with this item, I can slide it to the past. If I'm too busy to do this today, I can slide it into the future. It will reappear in the present on the date that I instructed it to appear on. If I need to call Nicoletta, and that's the reason I put her on the plate, if I click on her, I immediately have all her contact information in front of me, and brings me back to my plate. So rather than a note that says call Nicoletta, she's actually on my plate. It saves me steps, gives me less headache, lets me work faster and with ease. And now I can share in a new way. I'm going to do something where I held on the left side and docked her on the top. Now I can scroll the other items underneath, and I can actually invite her. I can forward her this email as like this. I can forward a task to her, assign it to her like this. I can share this document with her. And you see the ease of use now. Any object can be dragged on an object. So that is a completely new power that you're going to have. So that basically helps you understand what we're talking about with this evolution. It's starting with mail. The mail is populating your documents and your contacts. You're gaining new powers like WhatsApp style discussions, collaboration around objects, full text search, plating, new powers of sharing, and it's a gentle evolution process.